Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time there lived a little girl called Goldilocks. That's her waving. She was called Goldilocks because she had long locks of golden hair. Goldilocks loved to walk in the fields, and one day she asked her mother if she could go on an adventure through the fields. "Yes," said her mother, "but be very, very careful." Goldilocks walked and walked until she came to the edge of a thick green forest. Said Goldilocks, "I've never been in a forest. Wouldn't it be a great adventure?" So into the forest Goldilocks walked, through all the trees, being very careful not to trip. She was having great fun and playing lots of different games. But very soon Goldilocks was surrounded by thick, dark trees. After a while there came a clearing in the forest. Said Goldilocks, "What's this?" And in front of her was a little cottage with a beautiful front door. "I think I'll go inside here," said Goldilocks. So she opened the door, and into the little cottage she went. She took off her wellies and her coat and walked into the sitting room. There on the table there were 3 bowls with porridge in them. There was a big bowl, a medium-sized bowl, and a little baby bowl. "How cute," said Goldilocks. "I'm hungry." So she tried some porridge from the big bowl, but it was too hot. She tried some from the medium-sized bowl, but it was too cold. So she tried some from the baby bowl, and it was just right. So she gobbled it all up, spoon by spoon by spoon. Goldilocks looked around the room, and she saw a number of chairs. One was a big black chair that looked really comfortable. The other was a red chair which looked really nice too. And then there was a little baby chair with a small cushion on top. "I think I'll sit down," said Goldilocks. So she jumped on the big chair, but no, it just wasn't comfortable. "I'll try this chair next," and she jumped on the red chair, but it just wasn't right. "I wonder what the baby chair is like," said Goldilocks. So she walked over and she sat on it. She tried to get comfortable, and yes, it was very comfortable. But then it started to break, and the whole thing collapsed underneath her. Goldilocks had broken the chair. So she ran down the hall, where she came across a set of stairs. "I wonder what's up here," she said. The stairs were very, very dark, but at the top there was a light. Said Goldilocks, "What's at the top of the stairs?" She climbed up, and there was a doorway into a bedroom. "Ah," said Goldilocks, "I wonder what's in here." So she walked in, and she jumped on the big bed that was in there. She tried to get comfortable, but no, the bed was just too hard. "I'll try a different bed," she said. So she climbed on the second bed, and once again it just was not right. It was too soft. "Ah," said Goldilocks, "I'm really tired." And then in the corner of the room she saw a little bed with a beautiful quilt. "I'll try this," she said as she ran to it. She pulled back the quilt and climbed in. "Oh, this seems just right," said Goldilocks. "I'll go to sleep here." She lay back, she pulled the quilt over her head and drifted off to sleep. While she was asleep, the owners of the little cottage came back. They were 3 bears, and they were very, very hungry. Daddy Bear said, "Oh, I think I'll have my porridge, but wait a second. Someone's been eating my porridge, and now I don't want it."
"Oh, really?" said Mummy Bear. "Because I think someone's been eating my porridge too, and I don't know if I want mine either." Then they looked at Baby Bear. "Oh," said Baby Bear, "somebody's been eating my porridge and it's all gone. Look!" And there was none left.
Daddy Bear sat down on the chair and said, "I wonder who could have done that." "Someone's been sitting on my chair. Look!" He looked at the chair, and it was all marked.
Well, Mummy Bear sat in her chair too, and "Daddy, I think someone's been sitting on my chair too. Look!" And yes, the chair had been all marked. Then Baby Bear said, "Look, someone's been sitting on my chair and they've broken it." Oh, poor Baby Bear's chair was all broken.
"Right," said Daddy Bear. "I'm going to get to the bottom of this." So he ran upstairs to the bedroom. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed. Look," he said.
Then Mummy Bear said, "Oh no, someone's been sleeping on my bed too. Look!" And then they looked at Baby Bear. "Oh, someone's been sleeping in my bed and they are still here." And Goldilocks was in there. Goldilocks, with all the noise, she woke up. She looked around the room and saw Daddy Bear, who was very angry.
"What are you doing in our house?" he said. "Who are you?"
Mummy Bear said, "What are you doing in Baby Bear's little bed?" Goldilocks got such a fright she ran out of bed and she ran out the door. She ran all the way through the sitting room into the kitchen, chased by Daddy Bear. She put on her coat and her wellies very quickly, and she ran outside the door all the way home to her mummy, and she never went back again.
The end. Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, starring Emily Stack.